The Warriors came home tied 1-1 and had to deal with the Jimmy Butler pelvic contusion in a critical Game 3. With no one having a decisive lead, it was Gary Payton II who took the initiative in the second half, making plays on the defensive end and finishing plays off the trap defense on Steph Curry pick and rolls. I want to break down how GP2 capitalized on these opportunities en route to a 2-1 series lead, so let's get to it. Golden State was dealing with scoring issues the entire first half. With JK starting instead of Butler, it was crucial for Kuminga to attack closeouts on these rotations. JK shot fakes and somehow gets Dillon Brooks to bite, which was a bad mistake. Now the low man in Sengun has to help out, with Thompson responsible for the two weak side Warriors. Houston treated GP2 as a non-shooter in these situations, so credit Kuminga for extending his drive longer to bait Thompson a little. This gives JK a well-timed kick-out pass to the right corner, where the Rockets will game plan to let GP2 shoot these. This is a big three to make him pay. In the third quarter, with neither team extending the lead, Golden State decided to run multiple pick and rolls involving Steph Curry and Gary Payton II. Here the Warriors countered the Rockets' predictive switching defense by running a chase action for Steph, in which he throws the ball ahead and immediately runs after to get the ball. The duo predict and know that the Rockets will switch on the on-ball action, and Payton gets ahead of the defense by faking the handoff and attacking himself. This catches Smith Jr. off guard, where he thought he was going to have to switch on the Curry and allows Payton a free lane to attack. Even off loose dribble, GP2 is able to finish with a strong left hand. In the fourth, GP2 was crucial in finishing plays off the short roll. With East in a tough deny position, Curry's able to somehow create space and get the ball. Off the handoff, Payton hurries to set the screen, where Houston is always game planned to switch. Knowing his man VanVleet will switch, one way to counter these switching defenses to have the screener roll extremely early. When Payton rolls, this catches the Rockets in an unintentional double team, where the short roll pass gets Payton to attack a 3-on-2 advantage on the backside. With Brooks rotating as the weak side low man, Houston's clearly not that used to GP2 attacking, but Payton's able to not pass an extra time and simply just finish with his right hand off the catch. Payton was huge in the fourth since Houston decided to put Sengun on him. The Warriors want to run high pick and roll to not only get Sengun out of the paint and in the action, but also punish him for covering a non-shooter, but a good decision maker off the short roll. With Sengun showing up high near half court, Payton again slips the screen early to counter, getting another key short roll pass and exploiting another 4-on-3 advantage on the backside. Brooks rotates over as a weak side low man again, but Payton's able to take one dribble and attack from the perimeter, timing his left hand layup where no one can block him. With the Warriors only up 1, it is clutch time, so Steph goes ISO on a weak defender Jalen Green. Steph is able to get to his right hand, where Green is forcing him to attack one way. Thompson helps off the strong side corner one pass away, in the typical fashion where this is an absolutely terrible decision in any team's defensive schemes. I suppose Ime Udoka wanted Thompson help off a non-shooter and focus on Steph, and Curry's forced to spin and make a turnaround pass in midair. If they're going to help off the strong side, you have to make them pay, and Gary Payton continues his confident finishing by nailing a corner 3 ball right at the buzzer. To help extend a clutch lead, off an inbound play, pods as the ball is looking at the weak side. With the Rockets predictably switching on everything, Golden State normally has Steph set the back screen on the inbounder's man with GP2, but here they are one step ahead and have Curry slip the screen, knowing Smith Jr. will leave Payton and switch early. This creates havoc as Payton almost immediately cuts to the basket, knowing VanVleet will not let Steph go unless the screen is physically there. Now no one catches GP2, and this is a beautiful slip screen and dunk off an inbound play. Let's show a defensive highlight as well. With VanVleet running point, Jalen Green tries to set a down screen on the weak side, but the Warriors do a brilliant job of pre-switching, allowing Payton to switch on to Sengun. This is a proactive game plan, so now when Sengun comes to set a pick, the Warriors have 2 perimeter guards able to switch the ball screen. Sengun then rolls and sets a pin down for Jalen Green, and Golden State is well connected on the defensive end by having Draymond call this out, where Podziemski is able to peel switch just in time. This is still a pretty good look, but the Warriors are able to contest and get a defensive rebound off a great rotation. Gary Payton might not be a true point or shooting guard, but he does make good decisions with the ball. He's able to still act as a guard and see a simple down screen by Draymond. Houston pre-switches with Jalen Green, so when Steph comes around the second Draymond pick, Houston does not actually switch this since Green tries to roll early to counter. With Steph faking the drive, this is just elite shot making in the clutch as Steph senses a hand down, and he still has good enough of a rhythm to launch this dagger 3. Hand down, man down. And with the icing on the cake, the Rockets failed to deliver on the break in the clutch due to the Warriors' disciplined defense. VanVleet has a 2-on-2 here, but he decides to pull back and pick up his dribble right in between two pesky defenders. You just got to fight physical with physical, and Draymond is able to pick up the loose ball. High IQ play by Payton to give Green an easy outlook pass away from their own basket, freezing up VanVleet. Payton gets a room serve his fast break dunk to put the nail in the coffin. There you guys have it. What a gutsy win at home to make up for the big lack of presence from the injured Jimmy Butler. With the Warriors offense shut down for most of the game, it was the biggest little man in the league, Gary Payton II, who punished the Rockets for leaving him open the second half. With defenses selling out on Steph Curry, Golden State countered the intense double teams on the pick and roll by having Payton capitalize and make decisions as the screener, a role he's extremely comfortable in. If Houston was going to let anyone but Steph take a shot, GP2 had to punish them on the 4-on-3 advantages, and he scored on just enough possessions to squeak this one out. Payton finished strong at the rim and was able to play off Steph's gravity, sneaking behind the defense while making important defensive plays as always. This was a huge win to give the Warriors a buffer and allow more recovery time for Butler, as Golden State aims to get greedy and take game 4 as well. If you guys like this breakdown, like and subscribe to see more.